Martial arts is a journey of humility and stoicism. There's far more to fighting than two bodies colliding like action figures. An unseen battle takes place, a war of wills that most people miss entirely. The warrior moves through life in a way few can grasp in our modern egalitarian world. The closest living example we have today is in MMA, boxing, BJJ, etc. But is this truly the way of the warrior? Fighting is an art, and there isn't a lot of artists. Most people don't see it that way. When we watch a fight, everyone, especially the normies, just wants the knockout. That single moment overshadows everything that came before it. Like, how did we even reach that point in the fight? What was the fighter thinking? These questions lead us to realizing art. The creative thoughts and critical thinking that gets poured into a technique is really what forms the art piece. Every technique is a creative thought poured into physical form. The exact force behind a jab, the perfect angle of an arm bar, the timing and placement of a slam, or a slam and an arm bar. Think of it like painting. Anyone can draw a stick figure, but not everyone can create the Mona Lisa. The same truth applies to fighters. Just as we can appreciate Picasso's art alongside Michelangelo's, we too can appreciate a street-style brawler alongside a more technical fighter. That isn't an excuse for bad strategy and ugly technique, such as
right hand. Big deep breath from Super.
He hurt his foot. O'Malley hurt his foot or his leg.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, then he kicked it. Supertai kicked it. Nope, don't wrestle him. You Supertai.
we can appreciate the technique of a warrior as their artistic expression. This separates slop from art. It is will and intent behind it. Animal instinct versus deliberate craft. Performer versus warrior. That difference is what turns a fight into something unforgettable, something entertaining. Every jab, every shot, every transition thrown with passion and purpose becomes a living masterpiece. That is the juiciest part of the fight. The part worth studying, worth loving. This is art. This is not. This is art. This is not. And this is art.
Wait.
Come here!
Help!
I'm the villain. Honor is gone, but when it returns, magic happens. In our modern, hedonistic, materialistic age, the word honor has almost been erased. When honor is present in combat, fights become legendary. A perfect example is Khabib versus Conor. Two men, two nations, two completely different ways of life. It wasn't just two men fighting, it was Khabib Russia versus Conor Ireland. Honor was on the line. Personal honor, family honor, team honor, even national honor. Nobody needed to explain that. It was just felt. People who never watched MMA or the UFC tuned in. That type of honor brings in crowds, brings an audience, brings attention. It was two warriors with very different worlds bringing it into the cage. One with a deep sense of honor and respect and traditional values.
I understand. Only hard work, brother, everywhere.
Versus another with a vague sense of honor, a shallow sense, materialistic lifestyle, a flashy mindset. When honor is involved, it turns fighters into heroes, and then it turns the matches into stories we talk about years later. Honor adds depth to a fight. It ups the ante. It makes it a high-stakes game. So when Khabib does this, it makes it even more his own technique, his own art, because he's fighting with everything on the line, the respect of his country, his family, and he's utilizing this to win. A more recent example is the Gypsy Crusader fight. Two men clashing for the respect of their people, one for white communities and then one for blacks. The promotion wasn't big, but the world paid attention because something sacred was on the line. Each strike carried the weight of, "This is what I stand for." That is the difference between a performer chasing clouts and a warrior defending what he holds holy. It isn't just a handshake after the bell. Honor is a little bit more complex than that. There's three things that go into honor in a fight. It is honor in the opponent and you as the fighter. Honor in the fight itself, and then honor for those who are invested in the fight, the spectators of the fight.
This is not my time to talk. I just want to say one thing. It's all these things beginning from my side and other guy when we was fighting. But don't forget, Ireland is the biggest supporter in the world for Palestine. Don't forget about this. We love you guys. You, your government, everybody. Here inside the cage, only competition. MMA, all about respect. We love you guys because you guys support our brother in Palestine. We love you guys. I just want to let you know. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you so much.
To summarize, before a fighter even steps into the cage, he should have thought about honor in some sort of way that pertains to him. In doing so, we get to watch a fight with depth. Every fight contains honor. The warrior is a fighter. That is why a warrior will always be honorable. The warrior spirit has changed, but it never died. Fighting has evolved over the years, and since fighting has changed, so has the surface level warrior spirit. In ancient times, every man had to be a warrior. Violence was survival, honor was law. Disrespect meant death. War was life. But today, we live in relative peace. Laws, security, comfort. The old necessities are gone. So the warrior spirit found a new home. The modern warrior doesn't hunt his food or kill threats on the street. Instead, he chooses the arena. He turns fighting into a trial by fire. He pursues excellence, grit, and legacy. At the highest levels of MMA, you see it clearest. Men who could have chosen easy lives, but instead chose the hard path because something inside of them demanded it.
Do you need the UFC title? Do you need that?
Yes.
Why though?
Why I need the UFC title more than everything in my life. I would give all money, all watches, all cars just to have that belt.
Why?
It's my dream.
The warrior spirit today is quieter, but no less real. It is the refusal to live empty. It is the decision to defend something, anything that matters to you. Not everyone can be an MMA fighter. That doesn't mean you are not or cannot be a warrior. War is conflicting wills clashing, a battle between ideology. Today, that clash rarely needs fists. Protecting your way of life, your beliefs, your family, your culture, your principles, those are actions of a warrior. Pick your side. Honor it completely, know it deeply, defend it fiercely. Not with violence first, but with an unbreakable will. When others laugh, disrespect, or try to sway you, do not bend, do not conform. Do not become apathetic. Everything you love is worth fighting for. A warrior is crafty, a warrior is strong. Nothing can break his will once it is set. Start by picking your own side. Defend yourself in conversation. Stand for what you believe, even when it's unpopular. Carry your honor in every decision you make. This is the way. Combat is a journey of humility and stoicism. But the greatest victory isn't the knockout. It's becoming the kind of man who cannot be broken. Because his will is forged in fire.